Hello my beauty buddies. Today I wanted to talk to you about my experience with the Charlotte Tilbury 5-Minute Face on the Go palette. It's officially called the Instant Look in a Palette, and I'm wearing it right now. So I have it on my eyes, I have it on my cheeks, I have it on as the highlight, and I have it on as the bronzer. And let me just show you what it actually looks like. This is the palette here, and it's very nice quality. Feels kind of like Tom Ford type of packaging, the very, nicely weighted, plastic. There's a mirror, and this is what you get. So you get a bronzer, a highlight, 2 cheek colors, and 3 eye colors. And the quality of this is wonderful. I've been hearing so much about Charlotte Tilbury products that I wanted to experience it for myself. So I bought this at $75, and let me tell you my problems with it. So this has nothing at all to do with the quality. They go on beautifully, they last nicely, but for me, I layered so much of the darkest color here, and the bronzer onto my eyes to just get this amount of depth. I mean, that's the best I could do. I mean, it's so natural, it's so light. And unfortunately, I just had to order this online because my Nordstrom doesn't even have their, any of their foundations. They don't really have much. I think they have mascara or something and a couple skincare items, but I really wanted to try something with color. So maybe my bad because I didn't get to touch this first and try it out. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this would not be a look on the go for me unless it was going to look this natural the whole time I took this with me. And generally, I like to add a little bit more depth. I like to add one more darker color. So I tried to kind of compensate by doing more of a, thicker liner, and, I brought it down under my eyes, and, I was trying to get the most oomph out of this look as I can. So for me, the colors just weren't enough. So I'll go ahead and swatch them. So let me just swatch the eye colors first for you. And I'm winter white right now. So really, honestly, anybody who has a deeper skin tone than me, okay, those are the finger swatches. Okay, I went back like 6 or 7 times trying to get it onto my eye. So it's showing up far darker on my skin here than it really does with a brush. Actually, here, wait, I do have a brush here. I'll go ahead, and I'm going to use a brush that will pick up a lot, this Laura Mercier brush here. And let's see what the brush swatch looks like. So we'll just do a brush swatch above there. Whoop. So see how it goes on with the brush? Let me just do it again. So that's really all you're getting. And then let me just go ahead and do the other one here so we line up. It's the brush swatch of that. So that one's not as bad, but there might have been, let me get a different brush. Let's do this in a couple here. I've got a different brush here. So you can see how lightly it goes on. And then, I brought a third brush. Oops, just dropped that. And we'll do the pink color with that one, so we're totally fair. Because I wanted to show how nice it does look if you do darken it up with another color. And I just grabbed another palette, and I figured we just grab a dark color out of there. So those are the eyes. Now, this is the bronzer and the highlight right now. And I do like the bronzer. It's very nice when you're lighter, because it's not so super dark, and you don't have to worry about using a light hand, so you don't look like too beachy. And now we'll go ahead and we'll do the 2 cheek colors. And the cheek colors, I think, have the most pigment. I mean, they showed up the most on me of any of this. So I'll put those right here. So those are the cheek colors. So it's super light, and honestly, this is the whitest I get. So, honestly, if you're deeper, this probably isn't going to work for you, because I don't really feel like it works for me, because ignore those finger swatches, the brush swatches, and that's it. That's all the color you get. But I mean, it is lovely. So I'm just going to grab this Makeup Geek Manny MUA palette, and I'm just going to grab a little darker color here. I'll grab, what is this one? Aphrodite, which is just this, brown here. And I'm just going to go ahead and just take a tiny, tiny dab of that and just darken up here, just a tiny, tiny bit. And then we can go ahead and, bring it down to the V a tiny bit, just to show you, like, if there was just a little darker color in here, then it would be very nice. Because again, I love the way it went on. I love it. I'm just doing a real quick job here. Let me just grab this other one real quick just to do a tiny bit of here. But, so definitely want to try more products by Charlotte Tilbury, and I think she's amazingly talented. So I've only heard good things, but this palette is just too light for me. It's just, that doesn't give me enough. So you know, I mean, looking at that now, that to me is more of like, you know, the everyday look I'd wear. And I love the way the rest of it looks. I mean, I think it's really nice, but I just feel like it needed a little bit more. The other thing that's difficult is these cheek colors here. They're really hard to get a brush into without getting the bronzer and highlight, because okay, this is, what's on my thumb? This is my thumb, and that's how big it is. So it's really, you know, not even 2 thumbs width. So I have to use actually what's supposed to be a more of a contour type of a brush. It's a fluffy one. It's this Luxie one that I've got that I really like, to get in there. And then I'm very, very, very careful to avoid hitting the other stuff. It's really not a problem at all for the shadows, the, you know, highlight, and the bronzer. They're on the edges, so you can totally make that work, but those are a little hard to get to. But I mean, I guess it's not horrible if you get a little bit of the highlight into it. So, and the highlight is subtle. I have it on. I did about 3 or 4 passes with it, and this is it. So if you want a really natural look, then this is your palette, especially if you're a lighter skin tone. I think I'm probably the deepest skin tone this will really work well on, unless it's like that opposite effect. If you have super deep, then it would probably pop off of you, I guess. But anyway, that was just my opinion. So I'm kind of bummed, because I was really hoping to love this because of everything I've heard about all of the products. Again, it's not the quality, and it's not the way it went on, and it's not the blendability. All that's like great. It's just, I don't know, the colors don't work so well for me on an everyday basis for this much money. So I hope that helped in case you were looking at this palette. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day or evening wherever you are.